what's going on everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Steve Rising video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the black market. And earlier today, I actually realized that I had never made a video on the black market. You know, I made videos on a bunch of different topics on the Steve Rising, but I never touched on the black market. So that's what this video is. We'll talk about some of the things you can find here, what are the best ones that you should be going for, and also how to get black market coins, the main currency to actually buy things from the black market. So, you know, better late than never, I guess. But let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. And first, let's take a look at the things you can actually get from the black market. Now, the black market actually does have a lot of really good things. It has a lot of like good end game materials that you would be interested in. You have exotic infusion cores. You have the superposed photons. You have exotic parameters. You have ascendant cells, which is not that big of a deal. You can pretty much get these from anywhere else. And then you have a couple of things like mythic weapon parameters, weapon luminite, some elemental fruits, and even some topological astatine. These ones are just not as good as these ones over here. But, you know, if maybe you need like an emergency fruit, you could maybe pick up one from here. But most of the time I wouldn't really recommend it because some of the items here are just really good. Specifically one that I'll mention in a second. But you do have a couple other things down here. The black market specials. Now these ones are going to change every week. These ones seem to stay the same. You're always going to find these items right here. But the ones down here will be changing. Except for maybe like the Bon Voyage. I think the Bon Voyage changes the amount of them that you can actually buy. So I've seen like 6 of them being sold. 5 of them. Right now there's 2 of them. So the amount of them does change. But there's always going to be this here. There's also always going to be a catalyst right here. But the catalyst that's going to be changes. So right now is the Polaris Lance, but it could be something a different week. And then at the very end here, we have the Battle Pass weapon tokens, which is another way of getting more tokens for maxing out your Battle Pass weapons. So if you already finish your Battle Pass and you need a couple more weapon tokens, this might be something you can do to get enough so you can get the weapon and max out your Battle Pass weapon. They're gonna be very expensive though, but if you do want to max out your Battle Pass weapon, this can be a way that you can get some more use tokens to actually be able to buy the final version that you might need. So the Battle Pass weapon tokens are actually not that bad of a choice when it comes to like things to buy from the black market, but the 100% best choice and basically the first item that I think that you should always buy from the black market every single week. It's the superposed photon. This thing is 20,000 black market coins, but is worth every single one of them because these things might be one of the rarest just materials in the game. You can usually get them from the legendary campaign, but it's such a low drop rate at 1.5 that you're gonna have a very hard time getting them. Even the weeklies, the 3 weeklies you get with increased rate, it is still just at a 4% rate. So most of you guys probably will not be getting a ton of these, or if you're really unlucky like me, you wouldn't have gotten any of them even if you ran your missions basically every week since the beginning. And I'm not even kidding, I actually have not gotten a single like superposed photon from any of these like legendary missions that I ran. And I ran quite a lot of them. They just don't really seem to drop that often because of their very low like drop chance. Basically my only photons have come from the black market itself. So let me actually buy mine right here. Now when it comes to actually getting coins to spend in the black market, you can get them from pack hunts, you can get them from pack challenges. So make sure that you're in a sort of active pack. You want to just continuously get some black market coins. Now you also have some weekly bounties that you can do here, which will give you some coins essentially every single week. And they're usually pretty easy. The one that I have here is for just a destination material, some mod fragments, and then an artifact with a damage bonus boost. And if you've been farming some chaos, you probably have a lot of these. So you can pretty much just pick any of them, submit it, and then you'll be able to claim your bounties right here. The bounties, like I said, they're very simple. You'll probably be able to just complete these bounties very easily. And they also give you some reputation with Wu Ming, which levels you up, and then will give you even more black market coins. Now you can also sell some items to get some black market coins. You could sell your mythic weapon infusion cores for all your types of weapons, which is usually what I do. You can only sell a max of 2, but I usually like to sell like 1 of each. Since these ones are not really hard to get, I recommend that you sell 2 of these pretty much any chance that you get every single week and get a couple more black market coins that way. If you're doing these and then you're doing the bounties, that makes it a lot easier for you to get to the super post photon essentially every week. Now, if for some reason you just have way too many infusion cores, you could sell them, but I just don't really recommend it. I feel like these ones are a lot more valuable than the couple of extra coins that you might get from them. So I never really sell the weapon infusion cores. I think it's a bit of a waste, especially with the amount of catalysts and the amount of them that you use to like upgrade your exotic weapons. I think that you should really save all of these, mostly for the weapons, and that's it. And those are pretty much all the free-to-play ways that you can get some of these coins. But there is another one, which is if you have the blessing. Because every time that you claim your blessing, every single day, you'll have a chance at getting a varying amount of black market coins. And while it only gives you a few every single day, they can definitely stack up over like a 30-day period and allow you to get some of the more expensive things like the charms or the catalysts, while still being able to get the super photon every single week. Or maybe you want to get some exotic weapon parameters. If you have the blessing, then some of the other coins can go to these things. But that's essentially what the black market is and the item that you should be going for on the black market. I appreciate everyone stopping by, even though this video is a little late. But thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.